Welcome back to your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2016 in New York City at the Jacob K. Javits Center. I'm Michael Artsis, you're the Terrifics, and you make BeTerrific special. We're streaming live to BeTerrific.com and to ToyFairNY.com. Thank you for watching wherever you're watching. We also have a lot of great syndication partners at BeTerrific TV on all social media. And, you know, we have a very special guest right now. We're having a lot of fun. We're talking toys, we're talking trends, we're talking industry. But the new president of the TIA, Toy Industry Association, that puts on Toy Fair, the organization that puts this wonderful event on, and now is partnered to put on Play Fair, which will bring you some sights and sounds from later today, just across the convention center, that's open to the public. There'll be more information to come about that. This guy is great. He is the president of the TIA, Toy Industry Association, and this show is put on by the Toy Industry Association, and they've welcomed us into their home for the second year. Steve, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely, glad to be here.
Congratulations on taking over the reins. How does it feel? It's been about a year now, right?
It's been about a year. We're now celebrating our 100th anniversary, so that reminds me I'm one of a long line of people who've had the great opportunity to run this organization, but it's just a phenomenal place to be and a good point in time to be here.
Absolutely, it's very exciting. Now you guys started doing Toy Fair at the New York Coliseum, is that correct?
Yeah, it goes back a long way. This is actually the 113th annual New York Toy Fair.
Wow.
So talk about a long journey. It began, I believe, with 7 exhibitors in the middle of a little arena. And then it took the toy building in New York. When Javits was built, it took part of it. But now this is the biggest toy show in the Western Hemisphere.
It's phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. And I think what's interesting is some of the trends we're seeing this year. To me, it seems like physical play and, obviously STEM is very important and stimulating the mind, but also a lot of physical play. Let's get people active and moving.
Exactly. Active and moving is hot. Traditional play then feeds into that. So a lot of people said, oh, I can't believe that toy still sells. Well, that fits into that active play. One of the things I'm seeing, too, is the intersection of technology and play. People are starting to get it right. Not just adding an app to a toy for the sake of adding an app, but really integrating the toy and the app well. And as you mentioned, STEAM, I think folks finally get STEAM, first of all, has to be fun before it's educational. If you get it to be fun, the education comes along.
Right, because the whole point of STEAM, in my mind, STEAM, STEM, stream, however
whatever you want to
say,
define it.
In my mind, the whole point of it is that you engage the students, the kids first,
and
then they're learning realistically without even realizing they're learning.
Exactly. So that's really working well. And I think one thing that this generation of parents is beginning to understand is their kids need to play. Play is an important part of developmental. We've been doing a lot of work around our new campaign, Genius of Play, to help folks understand playing with blocks, being able to have unstructured play in your kid's life, give them benefits that last them their entire life. And I think all of those things, to your point, are why the toy industry is doing really well right now.
Yes, absolutely. It's really interesting. You're seeing a renaissance kind of Lego. I mean, Lego's been around forever, but it's a brand that, and I think it goes to what we're talking about right now, that Lego's a brand that's been around forever, and everybody knew about it, but now they're seeing this kind of revitalization almost.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. The brand has been the basic mechanics of that all along. They've done a masterful job making it relevant through the licenses they've done, the innovation of the product. They're also very socially relevant. They just introduced the wheelchair character at Nuremberg and others like that. But Lego is magic around the world. And it isn't just true here in the USA. It's true in Europe. It's true in Asia. The Lego really represents, I think, the kind of the core of the toy industry and that ability to intersect just unstructured play with learning.
Hop is another company that's a great story.
Yes.
And it's a similar kind of concept. It's not a concept as far as building Lego blocks, but it's getting back to this physical, just play and use your imagination.
Exactly, yeah. Make your toy. Yeah, you can make the one that's on the box, but make the one that's in your brain.
Right.
And have fun with it and experiment and take your train set and work it with this and mix your toys together. That's the kind of inventiveness that you see companies saying they want in their employees when they're 20 and 30. Well, if we don't give that to a kid when they're 4, 5, and 6, they're not going to have it when they're 25.
So what was your favorite toy growing up?
I was a big model train guy. I liked anything that flew. It was interesting because one thing I did have is I had this giant, remote control by wire crane, and I would actually use it. Talk about intersection of toys. Put the train set out and then pick the cars up with the crane and all that. You create your own little world.
Absolutely.
And that's, again, what I think is happening right now in toys.
I think you're 100% right. And I think we're also seeing a lot of trends to go towards creating good content for kids. and getting them to learn lessons through, and we've always seen it, but I think it's so much more prevalent now. Like Spin Master and Paw Patrol would be a great example of that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not kind of the content we used to provide was almost like eating your vegetables.
Right.
You knew you needed to do it, but it wasn't all that much fun. Now it really is. It's interesting. It's engaging. The intersection of the content and the toy makes sense. It works. And that, again, that bodes well for the toy industry for a long time to come.
The toy industry seems really, really healthy. It seems like adults are playing with toys, kids are playing with toys, and it's okay that adults play with toys. It seems like that wasn't acceptable 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Now it's like, hey, it's okay. Use your free time how you want to use it. Kind of disconnect, especially since we're all like this all the time.
I mean, I'm 52 years old. I still fly remote control model airplanes.
Well, you got the best job in the world.
Well, those are the kind of things you have to do. I mean, you got to go out and have some fun in life.
You fly model airplanes.
I do.
That's a very challenging thing. It's not easy. The drones are easy. The model airplanes are not easy.
Exactly. And it's just been fun. But they say it's the age of the boy by the price of the toy. So
that's very true.
I still do all that. And you're exactly right. You're seeing more of that. And the great thing about that is that then parents play with their kids. You get this intersection, or a father sharing his love of Legos with the son, or a mom sharing a love of a certain line with her daughter. So it isn't like kids take your toys, go off and play. Family play is becoming a really important part of that. It's one of the reasons why we're doing the new Playfair show.
I think family play is really important, and I like Playfair a lot. I think it's great. Everybody I've ever talked to about Toy Fair always felt that there should be a public aspect. Yeah, the public has wanted into this building ever since the show started, and it just isn't that. I think, frankly, if the public were to wander this show, they'd be disappointed, because this is a trade show. Right.
This is for companies to do business with their clients, with their bankers, with the media.
Sure.
Yeah, but Playfair, entirely different idea.
Right, and so talk a little bit about Playfair.
The idea really became, one, tap into that fact the public wanted into this show, and we really said to ourselves, there are things out there like Comic-Con, where we hear from parents they don't want to take their kids there. It's a little too edgy, a little too old.
I would agree with that.
So we said to ourselves, how do we take the magic of Comic-Con and export that for kids from about 4 to 14 and their parents, and up from that group Playfair? In fact, we were originally going to call it like KidCon or something. We knew the word con wasn't going to work for this. So we did a lot of homework, companion show. The strategy is delight at every turn. We want these families to come in and have the kids just go, wow, it's like a Disneyland experience. And I loved it.
You could sign up for like Jedi training and do all sorts of stuff. So it's not just about like, let me go there and buy toys or touch toys. It's about getting an experience.
Really important point. We actually de-emphasized the selling point of the show when we launched it. We said, look, we don't want people to think they paid $30 to go to the mall. We want them to come in and play with the toys, have a great experience, get lots of pictures with characters, wander around. We have a huge theater, which Toys R Us is sponsoring, where there's unboxings going on stage, the lightsaber training you talked about. Comic book artists are coming in and talking about their craft. So we're tapping into some of that content side that a Comic-Con would have, but with the idea being, you got an 8-year-old sitting in the audience, and you want to tailor what you're saying for them and their parents. So we know we're now 4 sessions for the show. We're in the 3rd session right now. It is a success. We're going to be able to move it into this building, I think, in the future, make it bigger, the aisles wider, the experience even better.
I hope so, and I'm excited for it. And it's certainly, I know it's a success because I saw all this traffic this morning. I couldn't even get near the Javits Center because of all the traffic because of Playfair. And I walked by and was just blown away. And I knew it was going to be a success. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. You picked a great partner to do it with, and you put a lot of thought into it. You didn't just jump on it. You could have 113 times, right? Said, let's just do something. And you've done it the right way, and I think that's important.
Thank you very much.
One thing I love about Toy Fair is the fact that you can walk around here and you can see a mom and pop start, have a booth. Yes, they have to invest some money, but they can literally start in their garage, come here, and actually be in retail, make real deals. And because of that, the creativity that is here is second to none.
That's a really important point. It was actually one of the challenges we had coming into this year's show. In the industry, we're known, we froze the space in the show. No one was allowed to grow. And that's because you need to be able to have that small company come in here and get a foothold into the industry. So we have 300 new exhibitors at Toy Fair this year, which means that's innovation. Those are products that didn't exist before that could be the next big thing. You've had folks on your show just during this thing like Perry the Inventor, who's now his products being carried around the world. That all began at Toy Fair. That ability for people to connect, to take the germ of an idea or a brand new product, connect it with somebody who can then bring it to life, is why this show is here. Yes, it's for Mattel and Hasbro and Lego and the big guys,
Absolutely.
but it's also for the two folks that are literally working out of a spare bedroom trying to create the next toy company.
So I'll tell you about a story last year. We had a couple, I don't think they're together, but two people that are inventors. They've got this thing called Button Nose Kids. They're right over there now. Last year they stormed the stage. They said, we have to get on. They didn't even have a booth. We let them on because they had a good story.
Yeah.
And we were like, you're here at Toy Fair. We'll tell your story. We did an interview with them. They said, we'll be back. I thought in the back of my mind, I said, yes, you're going to be back. But I really thought in the back of my mind, good luck, sure. Yeah. They're here. You can look right over there. You see those dolls right there? That's where they are. They said, we made it back. That is the story. And now I said to them yesterday, how'd it go? They go, oh my God, it blew our expectations away. This was the best decision we ever made. And they made a couple of deals here yesterday. How great is that? Now they'll start to be carried in stores. They can have a business.
Exactly right. It'll change their lives. Yes. And by the way, the products that they then get out touch kids' lives.
Right.
It's one of the things we're really excited about. The state of New York announced recently they're going to add 1 million square feet to this building. So we're going to be about 3 years of construction, but in the future, it'll give us that ability to get even more small companies in here. There's a whole international community that would still love to, this is the North American International Toy Fair, but the fact is we're space constrained. There's a lot of Middle Europe countries, the Czech Republic and others that would love to send more companies here. You get that interaction between the American companies, the international community, it's only going to make the show stronger.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And talking about welcoming small companies, I mean, we're a small company, we're still a startup, and we've been welcomed in to do this, and it's been phenomenal. So I can't thank you enough for that, and for the people who work under you, who recognize the vision and see it. Marion's amazing, Kim is amazing, and the entire team is amazing. And I've met a lot of the folks. They're so supportive, they're phenomenal, and I can't thank you and those folks enough for welcoming us into your home, welcoming the Terrifics, our viewers, and helping us build a new audience and show the people who can't make it why they should be here and what they're missing and what's special about this.
We're going to love to get you at the next Playfair too, because I already know for the 20,000 people that went to Playfair, and that's a sellout, by the way, there's probably 200,000 more who would love to see what's going on inside that building. You could bring that story to them.
We would love to. We would absolutely love to, and we're all about storytelling. So thank you so much. It's been great to have you on, and I can't wait to have you on again in the future.
We'll keep doing this year in, year out.
I got to come see you fly model airplanes.
Yeah, you do it. We'll do it.
Where do you do it?
In Connecticut. Up in the fields of Connecticut. We will get you on the sticks, as they say.
Oh, I love it. That's Steve. He's the president of the TIA, the Toy Industry Association. Find out more on toyfairny.com. Of course, you can Google Toy Industry Association to find their website, but I believe it's toyindustryassociation.org. I'm Michael Artsis. You are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. We'll be back with a whole lot more right after this. Your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2016. Don't go anywhere.